Hey guys, and welcome back to Techie Gaming. Today I'm gonna do something that I wanted to do on the weekend, but I never got time to do it, and that's the Chapter 4 skip. I think the skip is really useful because it skips more than half of the level, and is the reason people have like 2-minute times on it. But it's also really not that hard. That fence is kind of hard to get over, and this has some tricks and stuff. You'll see me pause here, and I'll die in a weird way because the terrain won't load all the way. But normally it would load and you'd fall, but I just unpaused too early and I got lucky. I wanted to make this because I think it's useful, and it's sort of easy, but it needs some tricks. It needs a little bit of explaining. Mr. Walrus has a really good tutorial, but I still think it deserves some further explanation. So once you die, you'll spawn in this area, and there's the subway. So as soon as you roll, the guys will spawn. The game will be like, oh, that's weird. You're supposed to do some stuff. But that's how it looks, and I will show you how to do it now. Okay, now that we're back here, I'd like to say that I'd like to start this off by saying that I got a trainer for this game, and I promise I'm not going to use it for anything bad. Mostly, I use it for speedruns. Like, I have it activated right now, so activated, and now I can fly around because I activated that. And let's see. Normally I use it, usually I use it to save my position. So if I save my position here and then go here and I want to go back there, I can go back there. It especially helps in the prologue because there are some strats that I want to practice that I can't really get right now, that are right before certain checkpoints, so if I die I have to go all the way back there, so that's useful. But I have a trainer, and if you want to get it, please don't use it for anything bad, but I'll link it in the description. If you have trouble installing it, I will make a tutorial on that too. Okay, so you want to start by getting up there. There are a few different ways you can do that. There is one way that Mr. Walrus does. Oops. You wall climb, turn, jump, land on this fence, and quickly get off it. I don't know how to do that, so what I like to do is speed vault here and do that. To do that, you want to make sure you're in full speed, and you wall climb until you can't possibly wall climb anymore. Then sidestep and turn yourself back towards it, and you'll get on top of this wall. What you can do from here is either go the way I did, or go the way I used to go, which is to jump on there. You can get a speed vault onto that thing if you're fast enough and you jump at the right moment and angle. See, I got a speed vault. I guess if you face up it helps. But if you don't get a speed vault, then you'll be doing it really slow. So what I like to do is to go here and then do that. From here you can wall climb, turn, jump onto this thing. If you jump as soon as you land on here, you'll run full speed here. You need to be full speed. Okay. Next, you want to get over this fence. So let me save my position here. And if you don't run full speed, you can sidestep here. And you want to run so that your reticule is facing where, like, the red, not the red, orange and white meet. So at this line. And you see how I'm running at an angle? If you run like this and you do it, that will happen. It'll be well, it is possible to do it, but it's a lot easier to do it if you're facing at an angle. So you run here and then you just face that way. And when you wall climb, you'll be facing slightly to the left. Only slightly though, so when you wall climb, you go slightly that way, which will give you more wall to get one final boost. Oops. The way I like to go about doing this is to, again, wall climb until I can't wall climb anymore. Sidestep, and then I'll have enough wall, and that, as long as I'm running at full speed and I'm facing left. If I wall climb until I can't wall climb anymore, I'll get the height. Then I need to turn, and I'll have enough wall that if I scroll, I'll get that boost. That being said, it's a lot harder to get this on console because you need to get a very short wall run. Well, yeah, wall run at the end of this wall here that is really easy to be done with the scroll. So as long as you have enough wall left, you should do that. And as soon as you wall run, turn your camera so that you go that way. There we go. It takes a little bit of practice and it's kind of hard. I can't really give you any tips except for come at the right angle, right speed, get the height, and make sure. It's kind of like the kick glitch. If you scroll too early, you won't get the the wall boost, and you'll just do a weird wall run like that. Ow. And you won't get it. Also, make sure you turn. Try to turn at an angle so that you face, so that you can still go forward. Okay. As you saw, this thing, you can fall through it. So, as you saw, you'll slide into here, and then you'll start pause buffering, and then the terrain will load in where you can die on. This is a really hard part of the skip, and it takes a lot of precision and practice to do. What I like to do is, when you're falling, there'll be a rail type thing that looks like that balcony over there. And if you, as you're falling, you kind of want to be right next to it or right before it, and then you'll probably get the trigger to load the checkpoint. Positioning yourself is kind of important. You want to be at this corner, and I like to face my reticule between these black dots and white dots here, and in between these two lines on this thing, so it kind of looks like that. Make sure you're not going, you pretty much have to have no speed for this, and when you hear slide into this, so you'll run and then you slide into there, and it helps if you slide and you fall through this bar here. I like to face down, just cause. Once you're falling, hold W, and once you reach the ground level, kind of below the ground level, not too high. If you start pause buffering too high, you won't get it. But once you reach the ground level, start pause buffering. I don't think I got it this time, but just do that until you see getaway and then the check mark. If you see getaway without the check mark, just pause buffer one more time gently. And if you see it with the check mark but it's not loading, try pause buffering very gently one more time. But it also could be that the train loaded without you. Either you were too low or you were in the wrong position. Obviously, I was in the wrong position because I was trying to explain it. So I'm going to go back there. Okay, so once you go there, kind of start running from here. Hold W, and once you reach the ground level, start pause buffering. Make sure you hit tab twice really quickly. Don't... Yeah. So wait here, and then wait for the terrain to load. There you go. And once you see black, that means the terrain loaded. And if you unpause buffer, you'll fall and die on it. And you'll land here. So I think over there on top is where the building is. And as you can see, you're below the streets, because now you're in the subway. So you run here, and then as you saw when I showed you, this is where the subway is. Let me just warn you, if you try to wall here, just run here, you can't. Let me turn on infinite health. You have to jump, because there's a little tiny gap. So what I like to do is either wall boost, or you can just jump. I like to coil jump. And that's the skip, and then you're in the subways. So It skips more than half of the level. If you want to get a good single segment time, it's a really good skip to know. One more thing. This channel has not become Mirror's Edge. I have some Extralius promos in the making, and Extralius is almost done. I'm really excited for Extralius. I actually have people asking when it will be done, which makes me feel very special. I really like that. So thank you for all the people who actually care. It shows me that people care about the hard work that I put into this network and all the money that I put into it. My bill is so much. But thank you for all your continuous support. Extralius is so close to being done, and I think you really like the promo videos as well. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on watching Techie Gaming.